Last week brought the passing of my grandmother, and as is often the case with such times, it's a great time to reflect back on the guiding principles and mission that not only defined her life, but in a very direct way have come to define 10 Capital. Lots of new clients over the last couple years, some of you who maybe have never heard this story. The 10 of 10 Capital was named after my grandfather's jersey number. He happened to pass away the year that I was founding the firm. And as the saying goes, behind every great man is a great or even greater woman. And that certainly was the case with my grandmother, Beverly Custer. Born in 1928, married Grandpa 10, as some of my clients affectionately have come to call him, in 1947. And then they moved back to her hometown of Spokane in 1954 after meeting during World War II. My grandfather, why I named the firm after him, and to be abundantly clear, this defines not just me, not just my grandpa, but so many of the colleagues here at 10 Capital, and I know because I've had the chance to meet and spend time with them, so many of their extended families as well, but it really was about some specific guiding principles. Number one, acting with integrity. I would listen to both my grandpa and my grandmother speak about opportunities they let pass because they just didn't think it would look right. It wasn't just a question of legality, but it was also just a question of really being above reproach. And that's certainly something I wanted to define our efforts here. High standards. There were high expectations in my family to do your best at whatever that was. And lastly, when you brought that together, integrity and high standards, take the results that would come from that and give back and be of service to your community. Things that, again, define both of them, and certainly so grateful to my grandmother. 94 wonderful years on this planet, 46 for me, wonderful years with her and getting to listen to her. As I also said, it's a great time when you're faced with those moments, when you're watching someone take that last breath, as I was blessed to do, you can't help but reflect. It's a clarifying experience. And again, gets back to, thus the title, Passing of a Matriarch, Persistence of a Mission. One of the big missions that we have here at 10 Capital, which is helping our clients lead lives of great intention, particularly as it comes to the interplay between our lives and money, which is so intricately connected. Put short, the key is to helping our clients live wealthy lives and understanding, as of course so many of them do, that isn't just about money, but again, really living to our purpose. It's something my grandparents did. They didn't die with a lot of wealth, but like George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life, they died wealthy in reputation, wealthy in a legacy within their family. I'm in the midst of a great book right now, Die with Zero by Bill Perkins. Already some great quotes jumping out. Again, that certainly resonate with us in our approach. One was, people spend too much time trying to maximize their wealth without giving nearly as much thought to how they're going to maximize what they get out of that wealth. Love that quote. And it's why, as we talk about on our website, certainly defines our process here. It begins with purpose. What are those things that are really guiding your purpose? Perkins went on to say, the question, put it this way: what is the best way to allocate our life energy before we die? A great great question. And as he touches on that he's guilty of, I certainly am, and we all are left to our own devices, is just living kind of in a more of a subconscious decision type making way, unattended decisions that really, again, don't necessarily align. It's why we've all asked ourselves at one point in time, why did I do that? Or why did I buy this or spend money on time doing that? Bringing that all together, what we want to do is take those subconscious drivers that are certainly exceptionally powerful when it comes to money and finances, and build a framework that really reflects our truest priorities and letting those priorities guide our decisions. If you've been through the process here at 10 Capital, you know, we grab those cards, we go through, we spend 90 minutes walking through with clients, what is it that we're really trying to achieve? For some of you, you may have no problem prioritizing the present, and for a lot of our clients, one of the things we have to work through with them is making sure we're not bankrupting their future. But the point of this video, particularly is reflect for me on the passing of my grandma, that time in life is short, is for all of those of us, and I am certainly more guilty of this, who are putting stuff off. I'll get to that, or I need to stack enough to feel safe before I would venture out to do X. That's really the point, obviously, of Bill Perkins' book. It's not that we die with zero money, but zero regret, zero things left undone. And we don't move through seasons of our life where we can only do that thing in that particular season without seizing that moment and that opportunity. The key takeaways, I want sharing this story, and thank you all for listening. We want to share our lives with you, as we're so blessed to have you share your lives with us, but to hopefully, because we can all get caught up in the day-to-day, to use what my family's been going through here the last few weeks, and in some ways months, in the build-up to the passing of my grandma, to call us all to attention, to, again, live lives of intentionality, remember to hug and tell our loved ones how much we care about them. But as relates down to why you're relating to 10 Capital, knowing the guiding principles, and in this case, people who helped design what this firm would be built on from a principles level, but also our goal here and our sincere belief, mission, if you will, on helping you create a framework for the decisions that you're going to make that, again, is intentional and reflects your highest priorities. Priorities, again, that are yours in a way that, again, does not lead you to feel guilty or somehow depressed because they may not align with someone else, which happens all the time, and again, is touched on in the book. If you don't believe this is possible, if you don't even know where to begin, that's what we're here for. Reach out anytime. I hope you all have a very wonderful weekend.